As music fans online, we often see leaks pop up of unreleased music from our favorite artists and bands. It can be easy to be enticed to click on these stolen projects and stealthily view them, but have you considered the repercussions? These leaks often either delay projects or keep some songs from ever being released. One artist with an extensive leaked unreleased catalog is Melanie Martinez. I theorize what causes this is her long hiatuses between projects, mixed with fans' excitement and eagerness to know what she's cooking up in the studio for her upcoming album. There's also the curiosity of what prior albums could have been. Unreleased music is a major point of discourse in the Melanie Martinez fandom. The fandom is split into those who are against listening to unreleased music and avoid it at all costs, those who aren't committing the crime by leaking it themselves but still enjoy listening to it, and those who are taking it to new heights by committing crimes to get a sneak peek at what Melanie might release next. Now, Melanie has made jokes about the leaks, such as when she took the stage at Lollapalooza.
Y'all know this one!
But in 2021, Melanie had a more vulnerable response on the issue when she was asked if she supports the leaking of her music. In her answer, she shared about how the leaks make her feel by saying, "How can I be free to experiment and go through the stages of growth if there is a potential that whatever I write will come out when I never intended it to because it was never supposed to? I wish people would stop treating my music as if it isn't personal to me, as if it isn't mine. It hurts and makes me feel unsafe to create anything at all. The studio no longer feels like my sacred space because of it. If you're a good-hearted person who is reading this, please don't listen to the songs. In fact, report them, delete them, stop sharing them. It's painful to see some of you treating this like it's a fun game. It's bully behavior." She then followed those words by denouncing any person impersonating her or her team online. I think her statements were 100% valid and true. It's an extreme invasion of privacy. The studio is an artist's place to create art. Often it seems to be forgotten that music, even when commercial, is art at its purest form. So artists may take to the studio to create art for themselves that isn't supposed to ever be heard.
Leaks are not ready to be presented.
Imagine creating a piece of art in whatever medium of art you enjoy. It's a piece supposed to be just for you, whether it's because it's about a sensitive topic or emotion you're going through, or just not your best work. But then it gets leaked by a hacker and critiqued by the masses. That would feel pretty shitty. It would probably leave you with trust issues with your fans, and it would probably make you fear experimenting within your art. Due to the possibility that a piece you made for practice or expression may get spread to the world when it was supposed to be personal to you. Art isn't always made to be shared, and if you respect art as a whole, you're likely to agree with Melanie when she expresses that the leaker has taken away the security of her sacred space, aka her studio. Lil Uzi Vert, another victim of music leaks, talked about the premature judgments from fans that come as a result of unfinished tracks being leaked.
When y'all sit there and y'all get 82 of my leaked songs, right, that I haven't put together the right way, and y'all sit here and say, "Oh, Lil Uzi is trash," y'all literally are basically watching me get dressed in my closet. I don't got my clothes on yet. So y'all basically see me naked.
Music fans online are always hypercritical of album rollout. Leaking music and listening to those leaks can totally ruin your experience with your favorite artist's way of marketing their project. As Melanie touched on, if you want the artists you love to have the freedom to express themselves in their art, ruining that sacred space of a studio for a musician can be detrimental to their creative expression and ability to experiment, which will ultimately lead us down a path of music that lacks emotions, songs that are in no way out of the box, and generic tracks. I don't think anyone wants generic music to be released from their favorite artist, so why ruin that experimentation and expression for them? This brings up stan culture's weird idea of respect. I'm not dissing stans, in fact I am one of many people, but I feel like this trend of music leaks points towards many members of different fandoms' idea of thinking that their idol is a product they collect. It's similar to a doll collector, but unlike doll collecting, artists are real human beings at their core, not products. It seems as if many stans are trying to collect their artists, and not just when it comes to merch, but going as far as to collect music and visual art outside of what the artist has given to their fans. It's often seen as cool within these communities if you have a rare unreleased song file. You're seen as a bigger fan to many if you know the music past the release catalog. Artists are supposed to have the autonomy to release their art how they see fit. It all goes into the project. The marketing is a huge part of a song or album, and to have that part be taken away by music being released by a hacker, frankly, must suck for an artist. So it's about time that artists such as Melanie Martinez get justice for their music being leaked, as a 22-year-old pleads guilty to stealing and selling unreleased music. Skylar Dalziel has been sentenced to 21 months in prison and 180 hours of unpaid labor. In addition to Melanie, other artists and bands who claim to have fell victim to these alleged crimes are Coldplay, Bebe Rexha, and Shawn Mendes. The allegations against Dalziel is that they hacked artists' cloud storage accounts and sold their stolen tracks on the dark web. Rolling Stone reports that the police allege Dalziel made about $52,000 from her invasive antics. They also allege these deals were done through a PayPal account, transferring money to US and London bank accounts. The people linked to these transactions made with Dalziel are allegedly being investigated by authorities with aid from the Department of Homeland Security in the United States. She was also charged with and pleaded guilty to 11 copyright offenses overselling these leaks without a license, allegedly transferring criminal property, and 3 alleged counts of acquiring, using, or possessing criminal property. Buying and selling stolen songs is something that is not uncommon. In one instance, a campaign was launched with the purpose of buying an Ariana Grande song leak. The head of this mission created a Discord server where people could send them donations in order for them to buy the song file for Ari's alleged song My Way from Sweetener, even though Ariana had scrapped it, never intending for it to be released. But back to Dalziel's case, June of 2021 was when the music theft was first reported to the International Federation of Phonographic Industry. That came after Sony Music got wind of one of their artists, Upsol's, cloud account being compromised. This report led authorities to discovering a post on an online forum allegedly made by Dalziel, allegedly advertising selling music leaks. As of 2023, the alleged police knew of an astonishing 290,000 unreleased tracks on Dalziel's hard drives. Before Dalziel was prosecuted, Lil Uzi Vert was also luckily able to get some kind of justice against a person who allegedly hacked and sold his unreleased music in 2019. At only 22 years old, the alleged hacker was sentenced to 18 months in prison for allegedly stealing the artist's songs, again through their cloud accounts. Also, similarly to Dalziel, it is alleged that the songs were also sold in this case. It's alleged that the stolen music was traded for cryptocurrency, and XXL magazine reports that the hacker allegedly made $148,000 through this process. When officers seized 7 devices from the hacker's home, they found a hard drive that allegedly had 1,263 unreleased songs by a whopping 89 artists, which included Lil Uzi Vert. In court, he pleaded guilty to 14 alleged copyright offenses, 3 counts of alleged computer misuse, and 3 other alleged various crimes under the Proceeds of Crime Act. The Proceeds of Crime Act, or PCOA, is a law designed to stop criminals from benefiting financially from their crimes. It allows authorities to confiscate money earned and assets gained through acts of crime, address money laundering head-on, and this act also requires individuals or businesses to explain unexplained wealth. Professionals like bankers and lawyers must report suspicious financial activity, and those who hide criminal money or obstruct investigations can face jail time, such as in this case. PCOA's main goal is to ensure that criminals aren't able to monetize off their crimes. Do you remember the song Fantasize by Ariana Grande that people used all over TikTok a while back? Well, this case isn't closed, but it is alleged that criminal activity took place in leaking that song as well. Even when an unreleased song is played everywhere, it could still come from criminal activity. As I research more and more, I find crypto seems to be a common theme amongst these crimes. Bitcoin specifically became a big part of the leaking of Playboi Carti's music in 2020, with the allegations that his producer Jetson Made allegedly leaked Carti's music in exchange for cryptocurrency. The issue of music leaking becomes even darker when we consider that it could allegedly occasionally be an inside job. Fingers pointed at Jetson Made when a video of him allegedly discussing selling one of Carti's unreleased songs for $17,000 in Bitcoin surfaced. It's sad that artists have to fear their own teams going this low to make a profit. When you're a musician, your producer should be the person you can trust the most. Now, it is important to remember that the accusations against Jetson Made are alleged. He actually publicly addressed the issue this last summer by claiming he was trolling in the uncovered video. Even if that was the case, I think any artist will be alarmed if they saw a video like this one in Playboi Carti and Jetson Made's case. Even though music leaks often come from trails of crime and a disrespect for art, there's still some ethical ways you can consume unreleased songs. I believe if a leak is found through a copyright file, then it's okay to talk about. Just because it hasn't been officially announced yet doesn't mean that isn't public information. Now, this will usually be something like a new product line name or a song/album title, not full audio of an artist's unreleased work. I also think it's alright to listen to unreleased songs if they've been played live. That's the artist sharing the song, not someone invading their privacy to steal it. Even if someone took it upon themselves to produce a live version into a studio version, such as with Lady Gaga's Princess Di, I think it's alright, because it's still not stealing the studio version. An artist I think you can very easily listen to unreleased music from ethically is Lil Nas X. The man leaks his own music like no tomorrow, constantly sharing snippets of songs and never releasing them. Then, fan accounts on YouTube often produce their own song, put together with live performances and snippets that Lil Nas X has released on his own account. I don't want to sound too preachy in this video. I myself am guilty of listening to music leaks when they're posted to social media. They're enticing, and I would be the biggest liar if I said I'd never listened to one. But after researching this video, I really think we should do better when it comes to this topic. I would consider myself a music appreciator, and I want to show respect and appreciation for artists who create a gift as special as music. Nowadays, listening to music is free. We hear music everywhere we go. Restaurants and bars, retail stores, from buskers on the streets and elevators, etc. The least we can do is respect it. I hope if you got anything from this video, it was empathy for artists that have had their art put on display for the world without their consent. I found this a fascinating topic to research and speak about, so I hope you found this video interesting. If you like music-related video essays, album reviews, and basically all other music-related content, consider subscribing to my channel. I put out music-related content every week and music news shorts almost daily. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.